Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, you're gonna listen to me talk a bunch, but we're going over a whole lot of what we've been doing. We're gonna show you, well, we're working on the PDI truck back behind me here. And so there's, well, you're gonna see a whole lot of stuff happening to that one. And we're gonna put this thing back together in this video too. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm gonna walk around and show you guys kind of what's going on with all these projects and fill you in on the PDI build, because that truck is, while it looks like it's not changed, we've actually done a lot. But we'll kind of fill you in on everything that's going there, and we'll show you this truck and some other stuff over here. It's been a pretty crazy week, and we didn't film as much as we usually would, but this video is fun. You'll like it. Follow along.
All right, guys, we got this black 389 in here yesterday. We stripped the fuel tanks, air tanks, and cow panels to get painted. And Mark and Eli knocked it out yesterday. So, got Edward and Charles back here. We're getting everything untaped and ready to put on. And we got an air dump kit, exhaust, and we should be able to have it done. Think we'll have it done today?
Oh yeah, easy.
Brian said he was going to come back here and help, but haven't seen him in a while. Must be doing something important. So I guess we'll do it ourselves.
All right, so as you guys can see, we've had a lot going on in the shop this week. We've been working on a bunch of trucks, getting them all kind of done up, and didn't do a lot of videos on them, but I'm gonna walk around, kind of show you what we've done this week, and some trucks. And we're still doing some cool stuff with the 589s too, and there's videos coming out on those. But we'll start out real quick with this black 72 389. This thing is pretty freaking cool. So as you guys saw at the beginning of this video with the time lapse, we got all our paint stuff back, and we've got our 12 gauge cab sleeper panels on there, painted tanks, 12 gauge air tank straps, painted fuel tanks. Things looking really good. Hoe built half fenders. So things we got left to do, yeah, we've got to run air and electric back here and a deck plate, and then we're going to paint all that to match. I believe we got to still button a few things up on the interior, kind of in the middle of doing some wiring and stuff. We'll get all the wiring done for the cab lights and the sleeper lights. We did an air dump kit on this truck, so it's pretty close to being finished. Not a lot left to do. So there's that one. Over here, we got this yellow truck. We're gonna get this thing all like kind of finished up. We got just a little bit left on this one too. And we're gonna do full videos, drive these, and show you guys all the details, but the thing's looking pretty awesome. I'm kind of digging the yellow with the blue frame. And then over here, we got Jason's truck. This is a Wisconsin log hauling machine, believe it or not. Thing's gonna be awesome. So, you know, with this truck, we're kind of going old school, not going crazy wild with it. We did a visor, lights on the roof, added some grill bars. We did the old school Peterbilt emblem in it, and just kind of simple stuff, nothing wild. And then we changed the exhaust too. So this one had the like smooth muffler guards on it when it came in, and we changed them out and did the round muffler guard deals, and some Dynaflex 68-inch tall, 5-inch stacks, kind of help with the old school look. Got our deck plate back painted. So right here in this gap, it'll get another bar that goes across here, and that'll do all the hydraulics, all your connections for that. We got our glass watermelon lights in the back of the sleeper. This truck's got all glass watermelons in it. Needs a bath. This one's getting pretty close to being finished. And then on the PDI truck, we've been doing a ton here. So this is all the old harness that we're rewrapping, which is quite a lot of work. And then a lot has happened right here. Actually, let me just show you what we've been doing. So there you go. That is what we've been working on the chassis in a nutshell. It's not every single bit of it, but we're getting a lot of stuff bolted back on here. That's our def tanks. I'm really pretty excited about these def tanks being all painted. Like once the hood's closed, or even when the hood's open and you're looking at the engine and everything else, I think this is something that's really kind of blends in out of your mind. I don't think a person is going to pay a lot of attention to it, or really notice it. We are going to take the caps off. I think we're probably going to strip this anodizing off of them and then polish them. I don't think it needs to be red. Kind of sticks out. And then here's this setup. So this is all of our valving for our air ride kit. Then because we've got so much stuffed in the frame here, the truck was originally a grass burner. We are going to actually be running the exhaust and coming around 180 and hooking it up so it will be active. So we're running out of room of things that can hide inside the frame. One of the deals that was in the way was this guy, and so we moved the air dryer setup inside the box. Pretty neat. Once it's all plumbed, it'll all come right through here, and we've got a little port for when the air blows off. And the really cool thing about this port is we welded us a little bracket right there, so when it pops off and blows air out all over the place, usually it kind of shoots down, it hits the ground, and it goes everywhere, and it makes a dust cloud, a big mess. We're hoping the way this is going to work, it's going to kind of divert the air from going straight down and kind of just, it'll shoot out the sides more or less and out this direction. And so when it does blow off, it'll keep dust and everything else from flying up on the truck. We get this whole thing together, I'll be pretty excited to see how that actually does. And then it's kind of going along here, getting our brackets and stuff bolted back in place for the sleeper bags and the shock mounts and panhard bar. And then we've just been doing a ton of the plumbing now. Kind of see through all this stuff. And get back here. Even another thing too, we polishing every single thing we can find. You'll almost never be able to see any of this once this whole truck's done, but if a person really wants to stick their head in there and look at some things, it'll be pretty nice and tidy looking in there. And then we've got all of our other hoses, which we're wrapping. And like all the fuel lines for the truck, we're making all new fuel lines. We're gonna make new air hoses here. All these are gonna get replaced with new lines. And we've got some more wire and harness over here we've been working on. This one's all done and zip tied up, so we're just ready to put it in. This is actually the rear chassis harness, so that goes to like your lockers, the tail lights, all that stuff. We got this harness to still go through yet. Quite a big difference. So this is what you start with, and this is what we end up with when we're done. And it's a lot of it. I mean, this goes clear over to there. That one's all bunched up all over the place. We still got that one to do, and we've got one more engine harness to work on. So we're really close with the wiring. We'll probably have that finished in, I don't know, another day. And then we'll finish basically all of our plumbing. Then we'll start doing all our electrical wiring, getting all that together. And then pretty much set the engine in. So we're making pretty good progress on it. Doesn't look like it, but this is a lot of the tedious stuff. And once this is knocked out, all the other things go together super fast. So that's what we got. We'll run over and show you the other side of the shop because we got a couple cool things going on over there too. All right, so walking over here to the paint shop, I'm going to tell you when I turn the corner, this truck is sitting here. I don't know yet. I don't know. There's going to be some videos come out on that, but this is going to take a little while before we get really rocking and rolling on this. But we got a lot to do to this guy, as you can tell. I'll just leave it at that. We got a whole lot of stuff to do. Then over here, we've got a heavy haul. This truck, we're going to be painting the chassis on. We've got the engine out. You can see it right there. So we're going to be painting the engine legendary brown. We'll be doing the chassis like a lighter brown or a maybe even like a dark tan color or something. We're actually not 100% on the frame color yet, but what we've been doing is just starting to get the chassis cleaned up and ready so that we can start sanding it. Don't really want to sand everything down and start prepping the surface with it all dirty. I think you just end up running all that stuff in there. So we just basically take Prep-Sol and we start wiping and cleaning stuff. We've moved the fuel tanks on this truck. We're gonna hide the DEF tank on this truck. And we're getting some bolts and some things out of the way, but pretty heavy duty unit. It'll be pretty neat. We're gonna do the hidden DEF tank up here under the hood, kind of like how we have the PDI truck set up. So DEF tank will go right here, and then it'll allow us just to take these fuel tanks and have them right up under the sleeper and nice clean look. And you know, the truck's pretty long, but with the other axle and everything else, you don't have this really, really big gap like you typically do on a lot of the trucks that we've been building. So with this setup, being able to scoot the tank here, we'll at least be able to have a decent gap from about where my hand is there to about there. It'll look pretty awesome. And then, you know, there's that thing. Yeah. And then over here we got, we're now finally ready to start striping the PDI truck. So fifth wheels, the only things left to paint yet is the fifth wheel, fuel tanks, and the intercooler over there. That's the only pieces that need to go blue. Fuel tanks will do after we get all the cab stuff and the hood painted and all that. But early next week we'll get these painted. We'll get the air-to-air painted this way. We're trying to get the whole chassis knocked out, and the last thing we're going to do is set the cab and sleeper hood deal on it and plug it in, because we'll actually put the whole interior inside this truck while it's on the ground. It's way easier to get in and out of the thing, and a lot less chances of banging into something with the truck when you're going in and out of it. It's just a safer way to put the interior back together. But we've hung the doors back up, and this way Mark and Eli can start laying their stripes out. And again, the stripes are going to be going through the door jambs, through the doors, through the door handles. It'll be seamless all the way through the entire truck. So after we painted the door jambs, we put the doors back on, kind of got that whole deal ready to rock and roll. And once they make all their tape lines, then we'll take the doors and everything back off the truck and then do all our painting, then put it back together. So you got to get it perfect, because when you hang the door back up there, if it's not right, well, the lines don't match, and that's a bad day. But that's where we're at with the PDI truck. Making some good progress. This thing is going to be pretty awesome when it's finished. It's one of the trucks I've been the most excited about since we started working on some things. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Give you guys a little bit of update what's going on. We have been just wide open. We have not been putting out content as much as we usually do, and sorry for that. We're getting better. We're gonna get back in the swing of things, start doing a bunch more videos. Now we kind of got, after Mid-America, we're back in line. We got things going. So a lot more videos and a lot more hands-on stuff coming, but wanted to kind of give you guys an update on all the stuff going around in the shop. It's kind of madness around here. We're getting a ton of stuff done, and there's a lot of cool videos coming out really soon. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Semi-Casual Show. Go check out our new website, semicasualshow.com. And yeah, we'll just see you guys on the next one. Later.